Hi friends, I wanted to take a second to show you the online resources for our science book that we will be beginning to work with soon. I will give you the link to get to this website, but it is just k6.thinkcentral.com. And in order to log in, I made accounts for all of you, but here's how we log in. It's going to ask you the country that you live in, obviously United States. The state that you live in is Pennsylvania, and the district that you go to school in. It's the Diocese of Erie Ed Office. So that one's, you kind of have to scroll, but they're alphabetical, so it should be okay. Diocese of Erie Ed Office, and then you can click Blessed Sacrament. This check mark is important because if you check it, it will remember your answers to these 4 questions the next time you go to log in, and you won't have to answer them every single time. Okay, so your username is your first name. Who should I use? First name dot last name. And your password is your first name. Make sure you capitalize the first letter of your first name, the number 5, and either A or B depending on what homeroom you're in. And then you can click log in. Then you will see these 3 options: things to do, my library, and my scores. Things to do we probably won't use. That would be if I were to assign things through this website, which I'm not going to do. And then my scores we might get into later, but is not important right now. What is important is my library. So go ahead and click my library. And then you have 3 things that will pop up. This first one, Electronic Student Edition, if you click on that, that is the electronic version of your science book. Every page in your science book is online. Now, you can scroll through contents. If you click this contents button, you can select the unit. We're in unit 4, and we just finished lesson 3. See, here's the lesson that we just finished. If you go to page view, you can make it look like a book, which I enjoy looking at more than just one page at a time. Also, I'd like to point out this tiny little button up here. If you click on it, it starts to read to you.
Tubes for transport. Have you ever wondered why a giant tree and a
So it'll go through the entire page, and it'll read it out loud. So that might be helpful for some of us as well. All right, when you are done, you just need to click the X button to get out of it, and it'll take you back to this Think Central page. The other thing I wanted to show you is this Science Fusion Access. So this little yellow button, if you click on that, let it load, there are some really awesome resources here. So again, we're going to pick Unit 4 because that's where we are, and we are in Lesson 3. Now, so this button will take you back to the book, and this will take you back to the recording, and this will take us to those flip charts that we used to set up on our desks when we did activities. And this will take you to help with the vocab, so that's just kind of some extra resources. But what I really want you to look at is, you know, the inquiry lessons in your book, the ones that we don't read, we kind of do and then fill out together. Well, lesson 4 is an inquiry lesson, and it says down here in tiny little print, if you can see it, virtual lab. All right, so I'm going to hit this play button, and it's going to take me right to the virtual lab. It sounds so dramatic. And then this
Welcome
virtual
to the
lab.
lesson, What Factors Affect Germination Rate? In this lesson, you'll explore how...
We'll just pretend that we're playing along. And this will take you through the entire inquiry lab that we should have done together if we were together, but we can't. And as you can see, there are controls over here, so you can flip through. It'll ask you questions, and you can hit OK, and it'll take you all the way through that lab. So those are the resources that we are going to be using. We will get into this leveled readers later. We don't need that yet, though. So just a reminder, when you log in, it is your first name dot last name, and your password is your first name. Make sure it's capitalized, and then 5 and either A or B, depending on whose homeroom you're in, and then you're going to click this My Library button. And that's where you'll find your online book and then those extra resources like our virtual labs. I hope this helps, and I hope you can log on. Let me know if you have any problems. Bye-bye.